What is one thing you will never ever do? Stick things down my rig hole. For the love of God, thank you. I worked in healthcare and have seen way too many things shoved down men's rig holes. I'm terrified of ever needing a catheter or something. I get queasy just thinking about it. Imagine that the audience is naked while giving a presentation. My brain power is trying to keep the words going. I don't have cells on the side for that kind of imagination. As if I need boner fuel. I tentatively agree. To my extremely untrained eye, it certainly seems an automated process, yet it continually changes parameters to expand. It seems people have tried to devote it to oblivion, with limited success. It is self-referential as well, containing its own responses in its searches. Kinda interesting really. What are we looking at here? What is its objective? Fight side by side with an elf. How about with a friend? Download a car. You wouldn't kill a police officer. Oh man, if that would actually be possible, I would have downloaded lots of cars. But during the time this ad was on DVDs, it would probably be like that. Oh yeah, I downloaded this Lamborghini from Lemuel. And it's a Dacia. Combine frog and dinosaur DNA to create a theme park. Also combine pig and elephant DNA. It just won't splice. Meth. Not even once. For anyone who is considering heroin for any reason, I urge them to go red/u/spontaneous user page in posting history. I did meth exactly one time. Lasted 14 months. Lick a puby public toilet. But do you have your urinal cake and eat it too? I'm gonna draw the line for myself at any public toilet. Swim over a trench. Even thinking about it makes my legs feel funny. Swim through it, not over it. Run for office. The country needs you. Would you walk for office? Heroin. I was on morphine after an operation and hated it. I have negative desire to try heroin. I was given morphine at the hospital to relieve stomach ulcer pain, and the feeling was so good that I understood how people get hooked on opiates. I never tried it again because I knew I'd get hooked. I was on morphine after PPL set my arm in an emergency splint. Having surgery next day, it made my legs feel funny. Trust a Sicilian when death is on the line. Inconceivable. What about getting involved in a land war in Asia? Purposely break a Lego set. A psychological horror I could never bring myself to do. Nah, I'm all up for put it all in the tub. Then you can use those bits for creativity. 10-year-old daughter finally brought herself to break the sets. They can always be put back together, but now it's got added challenge. Become president, according to my 12th grade English teacher. Edit. This comment was dead when I went to sleep, and now it's my most popular comment ever. If my path to presidency follows the same trajectory, I will unexpectedly win the popular vote in 2020 by write-in ballots. Mr. Hika will still be right though, because he'll be about 7 years too young to legally become president. Thanks for your support anyway, Reddit. Same thing happened when I was in year 8. I asked him if he always dreamt of being a pet teacher. Lol. Now, any donkey-brained idiot can be president now. I will never, for any reason, do anything to anyone, for any reason, ever, no matter what, no matter where, or who I'm with, or where I'm going, or where I've been, ever, for any reason whatsoever. Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way, like an improv conversation, an improvisation. Would I rather be feared or loved? Easy, both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. Cheat on any of my GFs. I had it happen to me in a bad way in a 4-year relationship and I know the pain, so I vowed to never do that to anyone ever. Wait, how many girlfriends do you have? And do they know about each other? Because if not, when we first started getting serious, my boyfriend told me, I'm a one-woman man. I don't cheat. And if you ever want to sleep with someone else, then just break up with me first and be on your way. That was 30 years ago, married 26 years. He still is a one-woman man, and I would never dream of breaking his heart by cheating on him. Bungee jump. A broken rubber brought me into this world and I'm sure as hell not gonna let one take me out. Wait, Waro. It is seriously the best adrenaline rush ever. I ended up doing it to exceed it. To clarify, bungee jumping, not breaking a rubber. The adrenaline rush from the rubber breaking comes a couple months later when you hear I'm pregnant. Suck a Rick for bus fare. Again. Is it on Pornhub? Storytime Methodica. Crack. Crack is whack. I've done just about every mood or mind altering chemical that is commonly available, as in not very many research chemicals. I've not touched PCP, meth, or crack. I've literally had a crack pipe in my mouth and lighter in my hand and said nah, let's not go down this road. From the crackheads, both active and in recovery that I've met, I made the right decision. I always hated coke, but God knows I did plenty of it regardless. I imagine crack is just like that, except you actually cannot stop without outside interference. Duck that. Edit. I attend 12-step meetings regularly. Something someone said really stuck with me. I live in New York City, and this cool old black dude shares man. I've shot dope for 40 years, and kept it together. Once crack came on the scene, I smoked for 3 years and next thing I knew, I'm in my first detox/rehab. Give you up, let you down, turn around or desert you. Will you make me cry? It's run around, not turn around. How could you misquote the legendary song? Eat the box that my pizza came in. But that's the best part. What if the box is made of pizza? Have a man take a fat chiz in my mouth. But you're open to a woman taking a fat chiz in your mouth. Have biological children. Too many bad genes that I would rather spare someone else from inheriting. This. So many people act like it's a huge deal that I don't want kids. Well, Karen, since you asked your ducking chain restaurant waitress what her plans are for shooting kids out of her body, I'll happily inform you that not only do I suffer from a debilitating mental illness that I don't want to par on, said mental illness requires treatment by medication that causes birth defects. If I don't take said medication, say for a 9-month pregnancy, I will end up inpatient, likely psychotic. Let's not talk about the likelihood of PPD triggering another episode after the fact. Nope. Not ducking doing it. Can relate. Save humanity from itself. Treat any retail or service employees like garbage. After working retail I couldn't bring myself to do it. It's funny, I work with a guy and we both spent years in restaurants, and he feels that his former experience as a server entitles him to complain and send stuff back and ask for comps. I can't go to restaurants with him. Become the NBA's shortest professional basketball player. Edit. This blew up like my hopes and dreams. Also I'm 51 for those who asked below. Because someone shorter than you will also make the NBA. How the duck did this already get gold. Everyone get in here, this one's going to take off. I will never get gold. I will never gild myself. Did you gild yourself? Did you glide yourself? Drink and drive. Opsed 1. Give birth. Wish my mom had made the same decision. Edit. Thanks guys. No, this wasn't a joke. I actually wish that I wasn't the fastest sperm. Because a male. Marry for money. A lot of people asking me why not. Because I get approached by rich douches who think I can be bought. I'm not marrying for anything other than love. Period. This dude must already have money. You divorce for money. Sleep with ops mom. I would. I also pick this ops mom. When another driver is trying to do me a favor that I deem safe, I'll never accept it/do it. If I do it at all again, it has to appear overwhelmingly safe without giving them a wave and saying thanks. A generally safe example, changing lanes was always a problem back when I was riding in big rigs. We sincerely appreciate the people in the lane we are merging into who see our turn signals on and flash their lights at us. This tells us, we see you, you have plenty of room, and we are not going to be the typical prick who demonstrates that they want to die RN by speeding up. We got you. Go ahead and get over if everything else looks good. If you do that for a trucker, and they flash their lights back, that was their way of saying thanks. Same. I always wave. And I get old man disgruntled when they don't wave if I give them a driving favor. Cut off my penis with a rusty knife in the middle of a desert. Edit. Thanks for the award. You sure about that? Yeah. That's so much more. Or a jungle thing. Rape a walrus. Edit. Your mom said it was consensual. That's not a nice way to talk about my mom. Have a period. Not even in your sentence apparently. Wait till you're reincarnated. Answer this question. Edit. Duck. Reply to this comment. Edit. Duck. Be intimate with someone unless I have a genuine emotional connection. Me too. Little guy doesn't get excited without the emotional layer. Well, I feel normal now. Really thought something was wrong with me. Kill dogs, eat dogs. Kill someone if this whole coronavirus thing goes to choose. It might be the guy that dies first in the movie, the whimpering one in the corner. I feel like I could shoot someone, but there's no way I could bludgeon someone to death some summer thing like a hammer or a baseball bat. I have a hard enough time even barking a fish. Nah, I can't hunt, fish, or grow food, but I'm pretty sure I can capture and consume the obese. Kill myself. I wouldn't want to take that kind of pleasure away from someone else. Semicolon open bracket. You say that, but remember the person statistically most likely to kill you is you. Sometimes, the smart choice is to get that dastard first. Give a duck. I'll never have sex. I'll never do anyone. I'll never lose my virginity, because I don't lose. Never duck with another lad's woman. If she cheats with you, she'll cheat on you, and vice versa. TBF. That shiz will come back to haunt you. People who cheat are likely to do it again. Tried to explain this to one of my friends who got with a girl while she was in a relationship. Lo and behold, she cheats on him. And he says they'll give it another chance. I wish he would respect himself more. I get this, but let me tell you something that happened in my life about 5 years ago. I'll preface it saying I do not justify my actions, but I also don't regret them. I was engaged to a horribly abusive person. Refused to get a job, was emotionally, physically, sexually and financially abusive toward me. He isolated me from my family and friends, and wouldn't allow me to talk to any men other than who was in his family. I actually didn't see any of this as abuse until I left. In 2015 I was allowed to visit my family for 3 weeks. He refused to come, because he hated my family and the city I grew up in. I met a man on New Year's Eve who was unwaveringly kind to everyone, and even though I told him I was engaged, we kissed and started seeing each other. The way he treated me realized the way I had been being treated was not any way anyone should be treated. I was conflicted as to what I should do about the situation, as I didn't want to just quit my job, but I didn't want to go back to the blatant abuse back home when I did return after 3 weeks. My ex gave me a chisty excuse for a one-armed hug and yelled at me for the 45-minute drive home because I forgot to bring back a Christmas present his grandparents had given me for him. I decided then, regardless whether I had a relationship with this new guy, I was going to leave. A few weeks later my ex accused me of cheating with a customer in the town we lived in. He only saw us talking and smiling. I told him the truth. I had cheated, but with someone from my holiday. He beat me, sexually assaulted me, and forced me to desert my job to get away from him. I'm still with the person who I cheated with, so because he treats me like a human being. We are engaged and I have never felt the need or the urge to even look at another person like that. Not everyone who cheats will continue to do so. Smoke a cigarette. My grandpa smoked 3 packs a day starting when he was 12 years old until he was 50. He then quit and only smoked 2 packs a day. He lived for another decade or so before he unsurprisingly died from lung cancer. Seeing what he went through in the last few months was enough to convince me to never touch a cigarette. His lungs were so bad, when the doctors diagnosed him, the doctor legitimately said, "Smoke them if you got them, because you might as well enjoy your last little bit of time." I wish he could have quit for real in time for it to make a difference. Beat the game. I've gone years since my last reset. Yes, screw you. Be mean to my mom. Edit. Thank you all for the cake day wishes. Vote for Trump. Me neither, but it's kinda cheating cause I'm Canadian. As a non-American, Reddit's obsession with Trump is rather annoying. How has this got so many rewards? By the power of the mysterious rich redditor whom no one knows their true identity. Intentionally hurt someone in a major way. I think making other people sad or angry makes me even more sad and angry at myself. Let my toilet paper supply dwindle. Let our toilet paper supply dwindle. Download TikTok. Cutting my head for a immortal vampire that stole his rival's body. So this one will be a bit different. I will never ever intentionally take the life of another apex predator. Being an avid hunter, I find myself disgusted by people who only trophy hunt. And while I understand the majority of those kinds of hunts are sanctioned, with the money and meat remaining local, it just upsets me. Let the bears bear, and the lions lion. I will never eat an undercooked bat. He will never eat an undercooked bat. He will never eat an undercooked bat. That meatloaf. Hold a tarantula, but you can sell them for 8,000 bells each. I'll never take being able to leave and wander freely from my house for granted ever again. Yes you will, and it's good that we can. Be in a relationship where someone loves me back. Now hey man, either this be joke or not, never doubt that shiz, it'll come for you, and without your consent, make you the happiest person one day. Eat a bat. Wuhan has entered the chat. Cheat on someone. Granted, I'm sure quite a load of people who ended up doing so said this to themselves, but beyond the moral grounds of it being wrong, the thought of doing so and going back to your dropping the news, watching their reaction, and realizing you've made someone that close to you completely lose trust in you sounds absolutely miserable. And I certainly wouldn't want to be on the other end of that situation either. Watch an Amy Schumer special, willingly. I will never be homophobic or racist. Everyone deserves love, no need to hate, because someone is different. I will never get in early enough to one of those threads that has awards raining down on all the comments. Pay someone to spend time with me. Wait till you're old. Not falling for this one. I always end up doing the things I swear off, like sex before marriage, getting fat, and doing cocaine. Expect the Spanish Inquisition. Fresh on my mind, but sympathize with a pedophile. I see the pedos have come out with the downvotes. I will never ever put nair on my balls again. Smoke a cigarette. Fly in a Concorde. Stop listening to metal. Poop in a public restroom. Never say never. Does this include work toilets? Pooping on company time is one of life's greatest pleasures. Believe in a higher power. Be a billionaire. Go on a cruise. Be a sugar baby. I don't think I could stomach it. Too much sugar makes my stomach hurt also. Ask for gold then thank a kind stranger. And meth. Fly to the Bermuda Triangle, then meet a millionaire, and finally when it's all said and done, cut my penis off. Give you up, let you down, run around, and desert you, make you cry, say goodbye, tell a lie and hurt you. Oh my, you watched until the end? That's fucking awesome dude. Thanks for watching.